Was there an agenda for this? I feel like.
Yeah.
Find it. Okay, thank you.
It's now that you say that, it's possible I didn't send it to the subcommittee.
I was out all last week for conferences, so
Oh, nice.
I think I've missed things. Sorry.
Well, I didn't send it last week because I was out too. So
Oh, okay. Good.
Yeah.
Hi, Megan.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Cindy, I just realized that that logo is your initials.
Yeah.
It's like, is that Rachel twice or is that Cindy? And then it was CT. How convenient.
It is. I'm stuck in Connecticut.
You're not allowed to move. That's it. Um,
Do we need one more person for quorum?
but I was wondering.
Yeah,
Mel, that moved over.
right. So that means we have
No, somebody's coming on. Who's that?
Michael.
Ariane, Jason, Michael. Deb.
Denise.
Deborah did vote, or she put her notes in the form, and I haven't heard from her.
Okay.
So I assume that means she was going to be here.
3 out of 5. If we're down to 5,
Yeah.
make quorum. We just have to have half.
Yeah. Is it time to reach out to Steven Hernandez again and ask him if he's ever coming back?
I have kind of
Mentally taken him off.
he hasn't been able to join once since he switched jobs.
Yeah.
So Mel, that's not on this committee anymore.
No, she hopped onto a different one, so I'm happy to be here present.
So we're good with.
I think we're good.
Is that what we're saying? 3 is. Oh,
Nope.
here's.
And now we're definitely good.
Okay. So now there's no question.
Yeah.
Hi.
Morning, Deborah.
Good morning. I apologize for being late, everybody.
No problem.
Shame on you. We were debating quorum
I figured.
numbers.
Yeah,
You just solidified it for us.
that's what I figured. That's my reputation. It's good. It's fine.
All right. Hello, welcome everybody. I think we're a little bit behind on some of our minutes approval. So we have 3 months to approve. Do we need to take them one by one? Is that how we have to do it? Or can we just kind of see if there are any objections overall to any of the 3 months?
Make it part of a consent agenda of sorts. I'll move to approve all 3.
Okay,
I
great.
have no objection to that.
Great. So all in favor, all 3? Anyone opposed? Nope. Okay, great. So we have All minutes were all caught up. America 250 update.
Who's doing that? Cindy, Rachel, me?
I was in there. It's up to you two.
Is there anything you wanted to share, Jason?
So if we're talking about just the Washington DC gathering for America 250, I think the takeaway that's relevant here is, all of the commissions around the country are thinking about this in their own particular ways. We had a lot of presentations from, I think one of the challenges for us on the receiving end of this is that the America 250 Commission and the Task Force 250 are not clearly aligned. And so there was not a lot of clarity they could share with us in terms of timelines and overall goals and calendaring anything, which was a little bit disappointing because they had a very captive audience to be able to do that. That said, we learned a lot about what other states and territories are doing with what they can. We learned a little bit more about the funding, which is to say there's not a lot of funding. Probably the most relevant thing in that regard is I took the opportunity on the first night after the Secretary of the Interior, Doug Burgum, gave a presentation to the whole group. I approached him and spoke with him about our interest in securing part of the $150 million for America 250 that was included in the Big Beautiful Bill. Our hope is he would allocate at least a third of that to state and territorial commissions. So he didn't really, he was very kind and generous with his time, but he didn't really make a commitment to it. Separate from that, I did have an opportunity to meet with Senator Kramer's staff, who both Burgum and Kramer are from North Dakota. And Kramer is one of the folks who has been supportive of 250th investment. So we're reaching out to our colleagues in states where Republicans have supported the investment in 250th to see if they will reach out to Burgum in turn to allocate those funds. So we're doing a little bit of a grassroots initiative with our red state colleagues to see what that might look like. And many of them have been very agreeable. They want to see the investment as well. So we'll see. Outside of that, I think it was an opportunity to really sort of be in conversation with the other states and territories with what they're doing. There were, for my purposes, for our purposes, 4 other humanities councils involved in leading their state or territorial commissions. So I don't know, Rachel, if there's anything else you want to add. Rachel did a great job on the Connecticut presentation. We all had about 3 minutes, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Thank you. Yeah, I think, there's not really a whole lot to add to that. There's definitely a lot of hopes and dreams that they have at the national level, and they just didn't have they didn't have anything solid to give us to walk away with. So once we have those solid details, I think it'll be a lot easier to decide what we're participating in and what we're not, and share out what we know. But right now it's more of this is what they're planning on, and eventually we'll tell you more about it. So that's kind of what it felt like.
So being at the National Association for Secretaries of States conference last week, there was probably a little bit more talk about the 250th this year. They had one full session on it, and then a roundtable discussion amongst us, the staffers, about kind of like what different states are doing, and it's very all over the map, literally. Some states are, some states, you know, the secretary is actually leading the commission. Some states, they have absolutely nothing to do with it. Some states are like, as far as I know, we're not even doing anything, especially the ones out west that feel very, I think, disconnected from, or I'm just maybe not thinking about it in a grander way, but thinking about literally the revolution and you know, they just feel not as connected as maybe we do out here. One really interesting project that was presented on was with Tennessee, and I don't know if you guys have seen this, but they've created like this map, this like GIS map system where they've identified patriots, like people from the colonies who then traveled to Tennessee, and they've mapped them with like pension records and those types of things. And you can literally like click on each person, and as they travel different milestones in their life, like then when this year they got married, and then like kind of like seeing where they are. And I thought that was kind of just like a interesting way of tying things together. I don't know. There wasn't really, I think everyone is struggling with, you know, not having funding. So there didn't seem to be any huge projects. But
Yeah, I think that I agree. I mean, it is the ultimate challenge being unfunded or underfunded, whether by the federal government or our individual states and territories. It is sort of the profound challenge. One thing I didn't mention is that there were a number of sort of national sponsorships, including Coke, Jeep,
Walmart,
the big car
Stellantis.
Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and
Yeah.
so on. But a lot of those investments are simply in-kind investments and not actual cash. So, you know, there was a hope that we would see some kind of allocation to the state commissions, and it's just not there. So the big and final hope is really about this big, beautiful bill allocation and what will ultimately happen with that.
So briefly, Jason and Rachel, thanks for your presentation. Jason, thanks for your advocacy. I'll once again raise my hand, Jason in particular, if there's other opportunities for, I don't want to use the word lobbying. We're not lobbyists. We don't lobby. Okay. But if we want to advocate or go down to DC or anything like that, I'm happy to join you in those efforts. But thank you for reaching out to Secretary Burgum about that.
Yeah. Yeah, you're welcome. That will be ongoing for a little while. I think I still have a couple of I need to reach out to folks in Texas and Virginia to get those folks online, but I'm just waiting for some contact information. Not from you, Cindy. It's more on the lobbyist side. Michael, I'll definitely take you up on that if there's the opportunity. Thanks.
Great.
okay. Affiliate program. So if you all looked at the applications form, I think there was really only one that was questionable. I don't know, Rachel, if you've gotten any further information now.
Not yet. No. So we can probably hold them for next month.
Yeah, does everybody agree the Spencer Trask and Company that we kind of just need to get clarification on that one item?
I'm looking at their application. So they said no on one thing, but yes to everything else.
Mhm.
I mean, this seems like they're honoring someone from the 1800s who passed away in 1909, who's left all sorts of legacies all over the place, including in Connecticut. He helped support creating the light bulb, and railway systems. And is it that maybe they have a bandwidth? Are they not going to like put together? Because the question they said no is, does your organization seek to plan activities which are accessible to as many people as possible, bearing in mind and attempting to accommodate for physical limitations as well as socioeconomic, language, and other potential barriers to access? So is that like an infrastructure question, a capacity, like they're going to put a brick and mortars event together and have it be, ADA compliant? Is that maybe why they said no? Because they said yes to, they're going to align its initiatives. They're going to be inclusive. Yes. They're
Yeah.
going to seek to
I
make
think
customers
that's like
as
what we're
possible.
trying to
Yes.
just,
Huh?
yeah, I think that's just what we're trying to get more information on, just why they said no. It could be, it could be like many reasons. That could just be completely passable. Maybe they, interpreted the question a certain way. I think we just need.
All right. As I looked at this group and I look at the work that they're doing and who they are, like they embody America 250, literally. So I'm happy to wait till next month to hear their response on that. But I mean, they're literally a historical organization helping to continue to promote American companies, start them up, innovate. Like that's awesome. And if we can have more groups like this, maybe they can help with funding issues potentially. I'm not holding them to that. I'm just speaking that out to, God in the universe. So let's be inclusive. Thank you.
Yeah, I agree. I think they look great. Aside from that one, I think that what have done over the past, with all the other applicants, is if there was a no answer, we just held just for more information to clarify, and I think overall we've ended up passing them after getting that clarifying information. So it's probably fine.
Yeah. I wonder if we want to add a question to the application, like if you said no to any of these, please say why. And that might cut down on this.
On the back and forth, I think
Yeah.
that's the idea.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So do we want to then take a vote on just passing the other 6 collectively?
So moved.
Thank
I
you.
second that.
All in favor of passing all 6? Okay, great. So we have 6 new ones. What does that bring us to?
126, I think. I think we had 120.
Okay,
It's great.
great.
Halfway there.
Where in October, we'll be doing a presentation with the Connecticut Library Association. And Margaret feels that after that presentation, we'll likely get an influx of libraries if we share information about the affiliate program. So
Is it worth doing, Cindy or Rachel, a social media post, another outreach to our grantees, whatever that looks like in terms of, we're at this state of 126. Our goal is 250 and so on. Please join.
yeah, we could do another one to our grantees. I don't see a problem with that. We've definitely done social media posts, so I think that's probably not worth it, but I don't think we've included it in the grantee news for a while.
Okay.
I wonder if we do something targeted to the current affiliates, asking them to be kind of ambassadors of sorts for the program. I think it really helps to have like a peer-to-peer ask. And seeing like something like if everyone can bring in one group, we'll hit our goal, like something like that. But maybe even like on a monthly basis to all the current affiliates, like kind of updating them on where the program stands, and then almost like a countdown, like each month, and showing the growth of the numbers.
Yeah, I like that. Cindy, I wonder also if we can work through Rufus and the Connecticut Arts Alliance and communicate to the arts community as well.
Maybe, pardon me, I'm just thinking, like, what if we incentivize it too, right? Whoever is able to get the most sign-up affiliates, not to multi-level market this thing, right? But if we can incentivize it, they can get some recognition or some honor or some gold pin or some limited swag, or you never know. People get motivated for all kinds of
People
different
get
things.
excited.
So cupcakes, okay, gluten-free, all right, locally made.
I mean, I like that. I don't think there's a way we don't currently have a way of tracking who has brought in which, affiliate. So we would just need to like
It'd be
add that
going
to the
forward.
form.
It would be prospectively, and we can bring in some smart undergrad or something to develop some tracker system to do it. They'll be excited to do it. It'll look good on the resume. And then we can figure out like some and then on July 4th next year, so and so group brought in the most affiliates, and maybe just brainstorming, just throwing it out there.
Yeah, it's classic.
It's like this.
101
As I was thinking about the beginning of the conversation, I know there's at the moment an issue with funding, whether it's local or whether it's federally, and I think the federal dollars will come. I think they'll get unlocked. We're getting so many trillions from the tariffs, okay? We're gonna get lots of money. But we have so much wonderful stuff here in Connecticut. We're very target rich. We're very we use that asset-based, speaking of Steve Hernandez, we use our asset-based approach. We have so many wonderful things here in Connecticut. I really do think it's just an awareness matter. It's just a matter of awareness and of networking and connections and the right incentives in place. And we could really, like, I don't see why we couldn't triple that. I don't see why we couldn't have like 1,000, literally 1,000 points of light, okay, under W. All right, 1,000 points of light here to highlight all of the awesome stuff that we have going on. I don't see why not. Why don't we have do we have the yard goats? Why not? Do we have the sun before they leave to Boston or wherever they're going? Why not? Like, we should have every freaking sports team. We should have every single like cool, like over down the road where I live on the way to Salem, there's like it's not like I'm not going to call it a NASCAR track, but there's some track where cars come in the summer and they go racing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's the perfect crowd. We should be there and have signs or ask them to come and, promote our stuff or get involved. They just need to be reached out to. So there's plenty of stuff here to really rock out for sure. All right. Sorry. Go on.
Yeah. I don't know. What does everybody think about that? The first idea, I think, of there would need to be something on the form that asks like, did somebody reach out to you, or like what's your connection to us, or like something.
Were you referred or
Yeah, like who are you referred by?
I think it would be an easy question to add. It's not that rare of a question.
Mm-hmm.
Hear about this, another affiliate who,
Mm-hmm.
so that's easy. I think we can play around with the idea of what kind of recognition or prize or whatever we would want. I don't know.
a ride on the tall ship? That's what I want.
We don't have tall ships. They aren't fixing the pier.
We have to incentivize getting the tall ships. Got to figure that out.
Ship has sailed.
This is sort of interesting and helpful though in terms of thinking about the broader community of organizations and people that we should be engaging. And I think when we do our next Give Better event in October,
I don't know
no,
where you got Give Better from. Give 250.
Give 250. Sorry, Tanisha mentioned it to me yesterday. So yeah, Give 250. Yes, I think it can be enveloped within all of that. I think what was exciting for me to see is the number of businesses in Portland that were contributing to what's going on. Are they affiliates? If they're not, what does that look like? So I think there's an ecosystem that we can sort of build out concentrically here.
Yeah. Do you have, I mean, I think always the more targeted, the better. So if we can do like something to current affiliates and then something to any of the people who gave money, but yet they're not affiliates, and then completely new people, like segmenting.
Yeah.
I was thinking too, maybe combining what was done with the Give 250 and Michael's idea. Could we say it's less, we could do both, but instead of or in addition to how many other affiliates did you bring in, how many affiliates are in a particular town, like having the towns competing to bring in other local affiliates, businesses, restaurants, things like that in their local community.
That's a terrific idea, Deborah. And we have the vehicle because we have the relationship with 120 municipalities already.
Yeah.
So
All right, I have a hard stop right now because I have a 10:30. So I'm gonna take this moment to say thank you to everyone on this call. I really appreciate all of you. This is exciting stuff. All right, don't let I'm not gonna use the word fake news. Don't get down with stuff. There's a lot of stuff that's good to be excited about, especially 250 years of an amazing country that doesn't exist anywhere else. Okay. And again, it's funny because at the Capitol, if you guys go visit and you go to the concourse, they took away about a year or two ago this ability for nonprofits and stuff to put advertisements up on the concourse, which is a bummer. But if you go and you look now, you'll see posters for different municipalities, and you'll be like, oh, look, there's this town from 1636 and 1734, and they're still there. That's awesome. Okay.
That's our work, Michael.
I know.
We did
It's
that.
exciting. Be excited. All right.
Yep.
Bye, everyone.
I got to scoot to you guys for a meeting, so thanks.
Okay. Thank you.
yeah, I was just going to say quickly that I like the idea of towns, but I think it is harder. It presents a challenge for small towns.
I was thinking about that too. So it'd definitely need to think about how to tweak it, or maybe like smaller towns can be part of a region or something like that.
Mhm.
That's true.
Yeah, they do a lot. Like in Litchfield County, I know like Kent, Sharon, Sherman, like they often kind of come together to like do things like events.
Yeah.
Another thought, when we do our Democracy Cup for voter turnout, we segment by small town, mid-size, large, and then city level. So we have 4 different categories based on population. Could think about that.
Yeah.
Most towns really are small. Like most are under 10,000 people, right? Or something like that, or 11. So, I don't know, maybe we only need like 2 or 3 categories, but so yeah, if you guys need assistance with stuff, I also have 2 interns that I could, definitely have like writing up some of these communications, or I don't know what other types of help you might need, but I'm happy to kind of lend one of them out to you. Anything else? All right. So I guess we have the next one on the calendar already.
Mhm.
Assume,
September 10th.
okay, all right, great. So, yeah, so we'll see you then.